What do I have? I have a year of experience as a fighter pilot. That's nothing. There's guys out there, skippers out there who have 20 years of experience as a fighter pilot. We've gone from being the new kid and being somebody who does everything wrong to being someone who is expected to do most things right and is placed in their hands a large responsibility to go out and do it right.
The flights can sometimes become as routine as life on the ship. What the pilots are doing is they're essentially patrolling a country. 9 times out of 10, or even more, 99 times out of 100, nothing's going to happen. It's going to be the same thing over and over again. But every once in a while, somebody gets that call. For Jay, his day and his life changed dramatically in the blink of an eye.
On December 29th, 2004, I took off from the boat and we flew out into northern Iraq. I was flying with my Rio, Demo. Demo's one of the senior Rios in the air wing. It wasn't really anything out of an ordinary day for us. We planned on heading out there and doing some overhead surveillance of a pipeline. And the warfighting agency, the people who control the air war, come up on the radio and they say, Vicious 4546, we need you to bust her to a tanker, which means get to a tanker ASAP, and get to Mosul. And so my heart immediately starts racing a little bit.
In that traffic circle, 1 to 200 meters on both sides, adjacent to the road.
There was a convoy of Army strikers, and they were rolling down one of the main roads in Mosul. There was this well-planned attack by the insurgents, and they had placed roadside bombs, and they exploded the beginning vehicle and the middle vehicle and the back vehicle of the whole convoy. So all these guys are out, dismounted next to their vehicles. Those guys had no way out. I mean, they were completely cut off.
We cannot leave these guys down here. They have a hell of a firefight.
And so, once again, my heart starts beating. I'm still trying to fly the airplane and just get my gas, but I'm getting a little worked up.
That's affirmative. It'll be the left side, which is the west. Demo, say your angels. Angels, 7. That's where the friendlies are, right there, in the major intersection.
At the point that I got there, I was seeing fire come from all directions.
We would be talking to a guy and, we wouldn't get a response, and then he would come back and say, I just had to shoot, sorry about that.
That's negative right now. I'm engaging targets myself. Stand by, all I could do is give you a talk on.
So they're trying to fix vehicles, 10 to wounded, 10 to dead, and fight all at the same time.
Vicious 731, I need you to keep a heads up for muzzle flashes now. We're engaging. You see it? You see it? Yeah, it's all over the fucking place.
There's a lot of yelling and a lot of confusion and a lot of, what am I supposed to be looking at? Where are you guys? I don't know where you are.
I have contact to fire. Vicious 46, do you see the fire? Confirm. Okay, you can roll left.
We've got a kid that has less than 100 hours. He is in an urban environment, tremendously complex. Just to get bullets on target would be difficult without anybody shooting at you, but you throw in the fact that we could see the insurgents standing on the balcony shooting up at us. You could see the tracers whizzing by the canopy. There are guys that literally have flown fighters and attack aircraft their entire lives and have never gotten in a scenario like this.
4645, cleared hot gun. Work from south to north only. South to north only. How copy? Buster, I'm going.
When we roll in, I put my gun symbology on the target, and I'm not seeing what I want to see, and I pulled off without shooting.
3,000. God damn it, no gun spool? No shoot.
And immediately, there's screaming coming from all sides. My Rio, what's going on? What happened? Gun broken. Spaz going, what's wrong? Why didn't you fire?
What'd you do? I just didn't get good. I didn't get in range to. I didn't want to shoot. Dude, we gotta make it happen. Okay.
All I could think about was these guys are like 80 meters away from where I'm going to be shooting, and I'm shooting a gun from 3,000 feet in the air, and I don't want to kill any good guys. We roll around again.
4,000. 3,000.
We pull the trigger, and there's absolute silence on the radio. And my heart just absolutely sinks. I'm like, oh my God, I just killed the good guys. But I'm just thinking, what did I just do?
Good shot.
And then the guy on the ground screams, good guns, sir, good guns. We need an immediate reattack. They're still firing. Holy shit, so we roll in again. And the second time we roll in, as we're pulling off the target, I am just looking at my symbology, trying to get my nose away from the ground. And from the back cockpit, I hear, brake left. Okay, now easy, easy.
Oh shit, there's a rocket shot. Brake left, easy left, easy left.
And I pull the stick, and then I let go. And at the same time, I dump out a bunch of flares from the back of the airplane. They had shot a surface-to-air missile at us that I never even saw.
It passed behind us.
I looked back, and it blew up about a quarter mile behind the airplane. We could see this spiral smoke trail that went up. I'm convinced that if Demo hadn't called a brake left, I wouldn't have put the flares out. And I think that missile probably would have hit us. We ended up doing about 4 more gun runs until we were out of bullets. All of a sudden, some more gunfire erupts, and they're like, "What can you do for us?" And we're like, "Well, we can put a laser-guided air-to-ground missile into that building." And we're like, "Okay, that's what we need. Do it."
What I want you to do, Demo, is I need you to laser that thing for me so I can hit it with an LMAV. Do you know what I'm talking about? Okay, from the building you just hit with your gun, 1 building to the west. How copy?
So I set up and Spaz set up and he shot the missile, and Demo used our laser to laze the building, and that missile hit the building right in the heart.
Direct 2. This is 45, says to 1 on that contact.
And there wasn't any more gunfire that came from that building that day. I do know that I'm glad I had the opportunity to play a significant part in the lives of the guys on the ground, because they are in a whole lot more danger than we were. And, we helped them out.
Taking life is nothing to be, taken lightly. In taking life, he saved life. But, even still, it affects everybody a little bit differently. Some people, it's a big gung-ho. Other people decide that they don't want to do that for the rest of their lives and walk away from it.